Hi everybody, Tasha here from Pixie Mommy's Reborns. Welcome back to my channel. To those of you visiting, hello and welcome. And to all of you new, hello and welcome. So I have been trying to get on to make a video for several days now. And I'm so happy to be able to be here with you all for a little bit. And I have Oscar today. I have Oscar for a specific reason. Well, number one, I'm going to change him. He's still in his little Babadoo romper that I changed him in the last video. I've been incredibly busy. Look at these toes. Look at these little toes. I want to put him back into his little Jacquardie romper. From Auntie Kelly and Cousin Monroe, not rompers, sorry, pajamas, PJs, because I really would like Oscar in some PJs to just snuggle him a bit. I really enjoy holding him like in the evening, sitting when I'm watching TV, and I enjoy him probably, I would say, the most when he's in a sleeper or a onesie, like a soft onesie. I had gotten that organic one that I liked, and hopefully I'll, along the way pick up a few more of those. And he's also, again, on his gorgeous blanket from Auntie Kelly as well, and Cousin Monroe. So, and say hi to all your aunties. Mwah. Say hello. Mwah. So I'm going to get started getting Oscar changed, and I'm going to chat with you all. And the other reason why I have Oscar for this video is because I have an announcement to make. Yes, I do. This one is like going to be unique, and the announcement involves silicone. So I am silicone pregnant. For those of you role players out there that enjoy hearing things in those terms. And, well, this is going to be a very special baby, as I always say. They all are special babies. This is a unique baby. May not be everybody's cup of tea. Not sure. Doesn't matter because the baby is my cup of tea. Totally. It's not an alternative baby or anything like that. But I'm gonna just give out a few little hints here, because I think that the baby was just getting finished up by the artist. There was one last thing she wanted to do, and she needed a week, so that was Thursday. So, and then she said she would get the baby out right away. So if all goes well, maybe the baby will head on its way to me like on Thursday or Friday. I'm hoping. But of course, you never know. I mean, it could be later than that. But so what I'm saying is I have a little time, because often when I announce babies to you all, it's like, oops, did a little thing, and they're, a box opening tomorrow or in 2 days or whatever. So we have a little bit of time to play with. Of course, this is the first time that I was able to come on to share with you all, and I wanted to share this one on YouTube first. Some of them I share on Instagram first. We're just going to appreciate Oscar for a moment in his little cloth diaper, and just how sweet he's looking. Hold him up for you all. There he is. This silicone still gets me, especially the neck, the rolls in the neck. Look at the realism in the rolls in his neck. I mean, it's like feeling living skin. I know I always go on about this when I have Oscar on film, but it just, it amazes me every time I spend time with Oscar. It just does. Like, it never ceases to amaze me. So I like to share that with all of you. Okay, so back to the baby. So we have a little time to play with. So what I can say to throw some hints out there, all role play, of course, is I am silicone pregnant, and Dr. Stork does not think I am going to make it to full term with this baby. Blood pressure is very high. We're on strict bed rest at this point, and just buying some days, and hope, you know, as far as that's concerned, to, you know, buy as many days as we can here. But we are 100% sure that this little one will not make it to term. And this baby is sculpted at realistic proportions, exact realistic proportions. I will say that. Because some preemie, micro preemie babies, or most, I think, I mean, y'all could correct me if I'm wrong, I think, or from what I've seen, is most micro preemies are almost like miniature babies, like newborn proportions, except just shorter, shrunk down a little bit smaller. You know, you don't maybe quite realize like how thin and delicate and tiny and what the proportions are on an actual preemie of a certain gestation. So I can say that as far as the that type of sculpting and the realism, which is something that I love. To all of you that have been with me, know how the tiny babies, the smaller the baby, like my heart just, that's just for me. That's for me. So Oscar is going to have a little sibling. I do know the sex of the baby. And I guess maybe I'll announce that in my next video before the baby comes. I don't know. Let me think about that while I'm yammering with you all. But anyway, so it's a new excitement because it's, you know, it's not a reborn. It's not just a regular silicone, even though any silicone, of course, is exciting. But I really, you know, like, I didn't want to have more than one silicone in my collection because I just love having Oscar to enjoy as my only silicone, and then have my reborns to enjoy. And this baby, of course, is silicone, but like, I don't know, because of the, I guess because of the type, the size and the type of baby, I feel like it's just so far off from, you know, being anything close to, you know, what Oscar is, as far as, like, you know, clothing, dressing, role play. It's a whole, just like, having Monty, having the toddler is like a whole different energy. It's a whole, like, different ball game, so to speak. It's a whole different fun. It's a whole different, just different. So that's what I don't know. That's what I'm kind of looking at it that way, because I definitely am not like, you know, all of a sudden gonna start, you know, adding to my silicone collection. You know, like I said, really, Oscar is it, and this baby, I would say, will complete my silicone collection, because, you know, as you all know, I very, very much enjoy my reborns. I know that some silicone mommies, like, once they get silicone, they just, you know, lose interest in the reborns, and that's it. And I seen that happen to collectors, but I also see plenty of collectors that still enjoy both as well. So I think it's just a matter of a person's taste, you know, what kind of collector you are, and people change their taste, you know, things as they go along. Of course, we learn as we grow, which is always part of why I say I love to be here on YouTube, getting to share my journey in my doll collecting with you all, you know, to share my joys and my triumphs and my, you know, mistakes that I learn from, you know, like all of that is, it's super fun. And I, you know, I'm just so happy and appreciate all of you that come here to take the journey with me, and that enjoy watching my videos, enjoy seeing my babies, that whether you're, you know, new and just coming aboard here, or you've been with my channel since the beginning or a long time, I appreciate all of you, because you're all who I'm sharing this whole journey and experience with. And for me, it's just so much fun. It just, you know, I really love making the videos and sharing with you all. So something that's been coming up, and I did a whole like video on this, I think it was actually my last video, but I've heard a few collectors, YouTuber collectors now say, you know, that, you know, even though you kind of ignore what's going on and all that, like the stuff I talked about in my last video, the morale of what's going on and things that are going on in the community does have some effect on your mood, and like on your, you know, having the desire to, you know, come on and make videos. And it can put collectors in a funk. It just can, even if you're not like, obviously, if you're not watching it, you're not on top of it. But if you're active in the community, and you're a collector, you're a YouTuber, you're around on social media, and you spend time in your hobby, you just see things. You just kind of know. You just somehow know what's going on. It's like the inevitable. Like, I get it all the time. People that just, you know, are acquaintances through YouTube. They watch my channel. They look up, you know, look me up on Instagram, or they find my email, or whatever the case may be, and will say, oh, this one's made a video about you. This has said this, or they'll send screenshots or whatever. Most of my friends know, you know, like I don't want to know about it. I don't want to see it and stuff. But you do see bits and pieces of it. And it does. It can give you a certain feeling. My advice for that is, look at him. Look at Oscar, and look at this exciting news that I just shared with you all. And I am nesting, and it's going to be a whole new experience for me, something that I haven't as a collector and silicone mommy experience. So, and it's a whole other thing for role play, and just I am so excited. And I'm looking at Oscar in his little sleeper, which was just such a sweet and thoughtful gift from his Auntie Kelly and Cousin Monroe, along with the whole little set with the sun hat and everything. And she wanted me to experience my first jacquardie for Oscar, something, you know, the whole kit and caboodle of, you know, just, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was a gift from the heart, a very generous gift from the heart, from a friend that wanted to see another friend feeling happy and joy and feeling something they feel. That is what it's all about. That's what the good, you know, all the good stuff and all the good feelings and all that we enjoy, it's all about the good. You know, yes, of course, topics are interesting, and you all know I get on topics all the time. I'm pretty much kind of sort of on one now. But there's a difference, you know, between that, and we've talked about this, and just bad-mouthing other collectors, other channels, for whatever your reasons. If you feel you're just, it does, you know, I mean, some of it gets to the point of comical. In the past several weeks, I've been sent screenshots from people's, like, I guess, community walls, maybe, whatever's said in the comments, or people will just, like, text and tell me, this is what I heard said in a video. And, like, there's channels out there that are talking as if I'm watching them. As if they're talking to me, and as if I'm over there watching them, and meanwhile, I'm like, that's the farthest thing from I could barely get the time to make my own video. Like, it is actually, it's funny, but then to a point, then when you hear and see that people are stalking you, where they just know your every video, your every move, you know, your subscribers, your comments, your how many views you have, how many, you know, like all that stuff, then it becomes where you feel very sorry for the person, because you've got to have quite a bit of time to do that. And they're usually not just stalking one channel creator, one person, one collector. It's usually, like, you know, they'll stalk like a small group that they, you know, don't like. And that's sad, you know. I pray for those people, and, you know, I talked about it in the last one. I mean, I've heard some, like, just people just, like, lying through their teeth, you know, but there is absolutely nothing that any of us are going to do about it, except let those people just dig their holes. Because believe me when I tell you that anybody with half a brain in their head can see what's going on, and most people, again, they don't want to watch that stuff. I don't want to get into going over and go down that road, but my main point was, let me take you off and show you some more babies. Well, we have a few more minutes, and right, little Oscar, because there's some babies on the bed, and I can at least, move over. I just want to move this boppy over here so you could get a good look at Asir and AZ, because they have been changed, and this way you have other babies to look at. My point in saying all of this is not to get into this stuff again. It is to say, you know, look at this, look at the fun, look at the joy, and but it does, for those of you that are interested in knowing how perhaps collectors, how channel creators handle all the quote shade or whatever, you know, thrown your way, you do have to make a conscious effort to do that. You really do. Otherwise, you know, you can, you know, not only wind up getting sucked into it and going to listen to, you know, videos of people, what they're saying, and et cetera, which is, you know, unhealthy for you, and just, like, you know, why? And it can make you, like, I don't know, just, it takes up your time, your extra time that you have, as opposed to being here and enjoying yourself. That's, you know, really the main point. So if you just consciously, you know, get yourself really involved in your dolls, look at these two. So we have Gideon and we have Orion. Gideon is in his beautiful little knit ensemble from Auntie Jenna. She just does such an amazing job. You know, the sizing is perfect. I'm telling you, if you go and order from her or purchase something that's, you know, on her site, her page, you will not be disappointed with the quality, the softness, the craftsmanship, just everything is just spot on, truly. I mean, look at the, just really, really, really just amazing work. And I'll put a link to Jenna. She's at Little Ones Only. She's on Instagram and on Facebook. And does she have a website? I'm not even sure, but I'll put her Instagram and Facebook. And here's Orion. He's still in his little loved baby sleeper. So I have another few things from Loved Baby coming, and I wanted to leave him in this to put Gideon in his, but it's taken a while, so I don't know. We'll see. I might change him, but look at this red hair. It's just this wild red hair, and his coloring is just, he's got so much of that newborn coloring, and so does Gideon. I mean, both of these babies are just, oh my gosh, you know, just gorgeous mottling and coloring and all that. Well, you all know, I mean, as we move on to the next, you know, I like color in my babies. So we have AZ and we have Asir, and I did post their pictures on Instagram because they are in little matching outfits, because I went a little nutty trying to find this next print that's like sold out, like they're not, you know, making the print in the store anymore, and it's not on their site, so you can only find it secondhand, which I wanted for Oscar. So I wound up with a couple sizes. So I thought that they looked so cute twinning, the brothers, and I haven't changed them in a while. Shay, I moved over closer to them, but she's still in what she was in the last video. And then Monty's up on the bed, and I think he's changed from the last video. Yeah, he's in just a Carter's romper, blue and white striped. It has a little dinosaur here up on the side, and then it has on it's hooded, and it has a dinosaur, like the little scales that go down like on the top, in green. It's really cute. And his Lovey, his Rattle Lovey, super soft, happens to be a dinosaur, green, and so it just looks cute with him. Oh, I found this book, and some of you that are parents or grandparents or aunties or uncles or godparents may recognize this book. Sandra Boynton, I don't even know how that's pronounced, but there's many of her books. My favorite, and one that all my kids love, but most especially my first daughter, and I'm looking for it, is But Not the Hippopotamus. Okay, that was like one of our all-time favorites. I think it was probably her favorite, but her first favorite, and this is my first daughter, was really into these books, was Moo Ba La La La. So I saw it at Marshall's and I picked it up. I figured it was great for photos and everything for Monty, and this book, But Not the Hippopotamus, did not survive after the, probably Gabriel, I don't even know. The book just was, read so much and played with so much. It just felt like it was not keepable. So it's nice to have. So let me read it to you all real quick, because it's quick. It's adorable in case you haven't read it. And it has cow, a sheep, and 3 pigs on the front. So it's Moo Ba La La La. Oh, brand new book here. And it's a cow says moo. A sheep says ba. 3 singing pigs say la la la. No, you say, that isn't right. The pigs say oink, 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 oink all day and night. Rhinoceroses snort and snuff, and little dogs go ruff, ruff, ruff. Get to the next page. Some other dogs go bow, wow, wow, and cats and kittens say meow. Quack, says the duck. A horse says neigh. It's quiet now. What do you say? And it has all the animals. So I loved reading this book with my kids. And like I said, in particular, my first daughter, when she could talk, she was like, moo ba la la la. It was just, so cute. Such great memories, which is another really, for me, as a collector, is another just super, super fun part of these babies, we call them babies, in collecting, is it just brings back such wonderful memories of my own kids. It just brings all warm, fuzzy, good feelings. I don't know about you all, but that's what it brings for me. So, it's sad to see that, some collectors and YouTubers, and even those of you that watch and comment, are being affected, by any of the negativity. But just a reminder to you all, don't watch, most of the time, unless the things are being said about you, as far as, like for everyone else, you're not going to know about it unless you stay subscribed to channels that are being that way, or look for channels and videos that are that way. If you just stay away from it, unsubscribe. I've had to unsubscribe to a few channels, because I don't want to see it come up in my feed. I don't want to know about it. And that's that. And it does. It just allows you to keep your headspace clear, and to just, stay happy and positive, because, let's face it, there's so much more. And everybody, I think, y'all gonna know what I'm talking about. There's so much in life, in real life, in our real lives, that's serious, that we actually need to worry about, that we actually need to stress about, that actually makes us feel like, oh my gosh, and like that sort of thing. That this isn't that. What goes on in the doll collecting world on YouTube is not going to affect your life in any significant way, your actual real life. I can certainly tell you that, if you've come to YouTube with the dolls to get to become a famous YouTuber, or to make a living or good money, as a business doing this, you're in the wrong hobby, the wrong genre. It's just not a big enough place to, even the largest, I don't know, I shouldn't say, but maybe the very, very, very big, famous, doll, artists or collectors that are on here with, hundreds of thousands of subscribers. Maybe they're making some money. I maybe a living, I doubt. But I can just tell you that. So it's not like you gotta come and worry like, oh my gosh, somebody's out there telling lies and bad-mouthing me, and they're going to ruin my channel and my business and my way to make a living. That's not that doesn't matter. So if you're here for the fun and collecting and the dolls, and you're making videos because you enjoy doing it, even if you have your channel monetized, of course, why wouldn't you? You've reached the threshold and you're doing it anyway. I mean, for me, it was like, well, why not? And, a little extra gravy is, hey, whatever. I can tell you all, it's nothing like people may think. Nothing. You're talking about pennies on the dollar. So yeah, in what other way is that, is affecting you? Most of the time we're dealing with people we've never met, may never meet, but putting things in perspective and coming into your happy place with your babies and your fun and just doing your thing on your channel. Don't worry about what anybody else is doing on their channels, worry about you and what you're doing on your channel. That makes for the best viewing for your viewers. It makes for people to want to come and enjoy you. It's helpful. And I'll probably do a video for you all. I don't know about this week, but at some point, with my own helpful tips for you all on, starting a channel, growing a channel, etc. here for the Reborn Doll community. Just my opinion, my personal tips from my personal experiences. All right, everyone. Well, thank you very much for watching. If you stuck here till the end, and stay tuned, because there's a little something coming that's going to make a big splash in a very tiny way. All right, everyone. Till next time, God bless.